It's going to be a busy weekend. So I just figured I'd pop on here this morning and um, say, howdy, good morning, how are ya? Hope it's all going good. Hope you're having a good day already. Hope it's a blessed day. I'm going to lower that just a little bit. It's really bright. Oh my goodness. But anyhow, just a busy weekend this weekend. Um, got games and a big event, which has to do with the Lord. Um, Lots of people coming in, lots of activity. Just my job is to what the good Lord's given me to do is to pray over the building, have the kitchen ready, pray over each room, just praying God's blessing and that everybody would get what they need to get out of this weekend, that God would speak to them mightily, that He alone is honored and praised throughout this weekend. Just that the spirit of confusion and just that there isn't any arguing, because that's not from the Lord. Somebody said to me the other day, that in my situation, they're like, well, if you start arguing, then the officer has to leave. And I was like, there won't be any arguing. First of all, arguing takes two people. Like, that's not what God wants. God wants respectful conversations. And if another person wants to argue with you, you just say, I believe we can have respectful conversations. There's no arguing. There's no arguing. There's no yelling. There's no slamming doors. Like, the other person can do that. That's their choice. The only person in this entire universe that you're in charge of is you. That's it. That's the only person that you can control is you. And you can either choose to be a peaceful human being and want peaceful conversations or not. And that's completely and utterly on you. And if you choose to be a part of a conversation that is, and I'm saying this because I need to hear it. If you choose to be a part of a conversation that's unhealthy, yelling, name calling, any of that kind of stuff, and you don't walk away from it, and you engage in that kind of behavior, then there's an argument. But that is one thing that has freed me. That's probably the freeingest statement I've ever said in my entire life is, I no longer have to be a part of this conversation and turn around and walk out the door. Walk out the door, close the door nicely. I no longer have to be, that's been a part of my entire life, is unhealthy conversations. And I was talking to my brother and I said, did you know that people can have healthy conversations and they don't end in yelling and screaming and slamming doors? And he's like, yeah, I actually do know that. And it's the weirdest thing. I think it is a weird thing if you're raised in such an unhealthy environment and you don't realize Like you've never seen people actually talk and discuss like what's going to happen that day, what their schedule is, and how they're going to accomplish it together. And then there's no yelling, there's no slamming doors, there's no arguing. Um, that's kind of a really weird thing because the first time it happened when a couple took me under their wing and they said, hey, you know, we'll help. Whatever you need, we'll help you. And they had their first conversation. I found myself like holding my breath, like, when's the yelling starting? And you know what? There wasn't any yelling. There wasn't any slamming doors. There wasn't any immature behavior. And I think I about fell over and died because there wasn't any immature behavior. They just had a conversation. They said what they were going to do that day. They said, well, how can I help you? It was the weirdest thing. And yet the funnest, coolest, neatest experience because there wasn't any arguing. Be strong enough to say if somebody calls you a name, accuses you of something that you did not do, that they yell at you, that they demeanor you, that was the big thing for me. Kind of a whole lifelong thing for me. I'm 52, by the way. So anyhow, walk away. Tell them, I don't have to be a part of this conversation. I no longer have to be demeanored. I no longer have to be called names. I no longer have to be yelled at. I don't have to be a part of this. Turn around and walk away. Say, I don't have to be a part of this. It's the most freeingest thing. Is that a word? Freeing? Anyhow. Just choose not to be a part of it anymore. Choose not to be a part of it anymore. You are a beautiful human who God created. Like it says in the Bible, he knit you together in your mother's womb. That's a whole nother video. Mothers. It's a whole another video. Just be the beautiful human that God created you to be. And don't let anybody tell you you're not. Don't let people call you names. Like you can stand there and you can take it. Or you can turn around and you can walk away. The first thing you need to be strong enough to do is say, I no longer have to be a part of this. And get up and walk away. So I got to the point that I was strong enough that I could say, I no longer have to be a part of this. Like if you want to have a decent conversation, I'll come back in 30 minutes and we can try this again. But if you're going to call me names, accuse me of things I have not done, and yell at me, I will get up and I will leave for 30 minutes. You will not text me. You will not call me. You will not send somebody after me. In 30 minutes, I'll be back here. And if you want to have a respectful conversation, I'm ready for that. I'm 3,000,000% in. But if that's not what's going to happen, I will get up and I will leave again. Be strong enough to do that. It's so healthy for you. It's so amazingly freeing. Do it, and do it without yelling. You can. Even if you haven't seen it, you can. I believe in you. Be a blessing. Love ya. Have an awesome, beautiful, amazing day. Be the blessing that God created you to be. Love ya. Later.